Hi, I'm Antonio Centeno, the founder of Real Men Real Style. I'm going to be going over a basic overview of men's dress shoes. And for those of you that want excruciating more detail, go visit my website at tailoredsuit.com. I go into a lot more detail over there. In addition, we'll be breaking out and talking about each of the shoe types in particular. But I break shoes into 4 categories here, and I know that they can be broken down into further categories, but for this basic overview, we're going to stick with 4 categories. The 4 categories are Balmoral, the Bluchers, slip-on dress shoes, and dress boots. So starting off with Balmoral. This is going to be your dressiest dress shoe. And you normally would wear a Balmoral with a suit, if it's really nice polished, black tie. And this, here, in fact, let me grab an example of one. The big thing you'll notice with the Balmoral is the closed lacing system. So you have the leather here on top, which goes on top of the lacing system. They're going to be in dark, conservative colors, such as black, dark brown. The styling is going to be very limited. The example I just showed you had a cap toe with the broguing on it. In fact, pull this up really quick. We've got the cap toe with a little bit of the broguing. The more formal versions will have a plain toe. Again, a very simple, a very sleek shoe, something that you wear with a suit, you can wear with black tie, but you do not wear with denim. Don't wear it with jeans. It just doesn't look right. It's too formal of a shoe. And so let's go on to Bluchers. Bluchers are going to be less dressy, although in the United States you see men wear them with suits all of the time. So you can get away with it. I'm not going to say, it's the best thing to do. They're a little bit more sensitive to it in Europe, but if you're an American, you can probably, again, get away with it. Besides being less dressy, you're going to see that Bluchers come in a wider range of materials. So you're going to see them in suede. You're going to see, and they're often called derbies, called saddle shoes, spectators. These are all variations of Bluchers. And Bluchers, the big thing is that it's an open lacing system. So this part of the leather has been thrown on top. And when it comes to colors and styling, they're going to have a much wider variety. The example I just showed you, those were light brown. You're not going to see those in Balmoral Oxfords, but in Bluchers, you're going to get, just ask Elvis, blue suede shoes. You're going to see a wider range of styles and options. I think Bluchers are pretty versatile when it comes to what you can wear with them when it comes to casual wear. So I think Bluchers go perfect with gray flannel trousers or with odd trousers with a nice sport jacket. When it comes to navy blazers, those work as well. But again, it's not as dressy as Balmorals. Now let's move on to slip-ons. So slip-ons, obviously no laces on these, and these are shoes that you can slip on and off. Examples are going to be tassel loafers, monk straps, Italian moccasins, penny loafers. All of these are shoes which are made to wear with ease. So with that, they've got a much more casual flair. I would not advise wearing them with a suit, although they work fine with a pair of dress slacks with an odd jacket or a sports jacket. They look great with if you want to go for a laid-back Mediterranean, especially in the summer. I love Italian moccasins so much better, a lot better than sandals. And I know for some of the experts out there, this is not a true slip-on, but the monk strap. The monk strap, you'll notice this is the strap that gives its name, but these can slip on and off the foot, and I'm going to right now classify those as slip-ons because I do not see monk straps as something that you should normally wear with a suit, and I think there are many cases of Bluchers that are going to be more formal than the monk strap. Okay, the last one is the dress boot. The dress boot it actually has an older history than other shoes because if you think about it, boots and shoes, especially at a time when men wore rode horses, it was something that you wore to protect your feet and your ankles. And it wasn't until that we, in a sense, became civilized and got away from having to be out in the environment so much that we were actually able to wear shoes which didn't have to protect us as much. But dress boots, they've kind of fallen into a position of you wear them if they're going to be functional. Otherwise, they're in the same category, I would say, as slip-ons. So you do not want to be wearing them with a suit unless it's bad weather conditions outside and you want to actually be protecting your ankles. So dress boots, an example of them are Chelsea boots. This is not an example of a dress boot. This is a Western boot. So there is a difference there. No, so we've covered dress boots, we've covered monk straps, we've covered Bluchers, and we've covered Balmorals. So that is a quick overview of men's dress shoes. Thank you. Bye-bye.